Hi. So I started working on a Minecraft build. This is kind of just the inside of one house. There is a town. But there's a YouTuber called FlowState. Crazy to start my video talking about a different YouTuber I know. But he really just be building in creative and just be making like chill videos. And I'm like, well, I can do that. I'm not a like goated builder. I've always wanted to be low key. So I've developed my skills in very small stages over the years. The less I've played Minecraft, the less I've been able to keep up with like the new trends in building. So I thought, let's get some new practice in, do new things. Building in survival is always long, even if I've developed my skills in survival. I just kind of realized that I don't want to have to get more materials every time I run out of materials and I cease making fucking schematics. We're not. It's been much nicer to kind of just slow down and make something that is of a scale I'm very confused by, because I've actually made nothing this big in the game. But at the same time, I zoom out now compared to a few days ago when I started it, and I'm just like, it's small. Okay, hi. No extra special light on my face today. It's definitely not because I couldn't find it. It's because we're doing chill things. Everything's reflective now because it's been raining. Welcome to... Okay, Death Stranding. Welcome to my little place. I've been building this with like default texture pack and a little bit of like Primes HD, which is incredible for building, by the way. It's the Minecraft default texture pack, but scaled up and like HDified. And because it's supposed to be default Minecraft, it uses all of the exact same colors from the original textures. So when you build shit using Primes HD, it actually translates correctly. I heard recently that people hate wandering traders. I did not know this. Apparently L-Mob confirmed. I spawned a few bees here like 2 days ago and they left. When I generated the world, I flew past a village and realized and remembered that they have like the well in the center of the town. And I was like, well, I can do that, but better. Don't ask how these villagers got fucking tropical coral, okay, to the middle of some just plain biome. Listen. I live in Australia. The biomes are freaky, okay? Everything's freaky. Everything grows in weird places. Weird things fucking evolve. I'm just gonna claim that this plains biome is in Queensland. Great. Done. I picked out a very specific block palette for this, and a lot of it was not actually used in the buildings, and by a lot of it I mean one block was switched out for a block that's the same but different. The main stone is supposed to be the tough, and then like it looks bad. This will inevitably be a town hall, but because it looks bad, we went with the tough bricks, and it's tough. No. All of the buildings originally looked like this. This was the default color palette. There's not really anything special about it. It's spruce with the spruce. It should have been dark oak logs. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me, because I will / replace it. I really will. So don't talk to me about it. So originally most of the houses were filled in with these colors, and then I needed to kind of spice it up, because I realized that in a real town there's always freaks. There's always a freak who wants their house to look like some dumb shit. They want fucking bricks in the wooden town, okay? They want fucking darker stone. Where's the freaky one? Over near the fish. See, again, I know I'm crazy when I say it's too small. That was a ridiculous flight. But it needs more. But there's always this freak, you know? Why is it nether brick, bro? Why? I think the bricks were a very brave choice, because I actually hate the way bricks look. This one might need to not be brick anymore. Like, this one's fine. I like that one brick, but... So after I built the kind of center section well thing and then outlined the town hall, I did all of the outlines for this section and didn't know which direction to go in next from the center, because this hit the forest and it was over. So to kind of make the decision for me, I just went looking around and I found the water over here and was like, all right, well, we need the fisherman guy. Every single town has the fisherman guy. Picture Stardew Valley, they got the fisherman guy. Picture fucking straight up, this is a deep cut. It's not even a deep cut. That's not what I mean by that. But picture Schedule 1. You go to the docks, fishing guy, bait and tackle shop, okay? There's always fishing guy. So I put this in and it is not even close to what it needs to be. It is not going to be this, I swear. It will not be this. I want it to be like raised and have the stone bottom with the stairs that go up to the door, classical style, because that makes more sense for the fisherman who's like worried about flooding or some gay shit. I don't know. I followed that up with a top 10 building right here. This is an absolute favorite. Hang on. Let me fix some data. Whoa! Different vibe. This is an all-timer building. I love this building. This is a fucking loft. Just for absolutely no reason, loft. I want to put a roof on this next, but it needs to be a relatively low roof because this building, which is one of my favorites because that's when I realized I can just not have a building here. Originally, this was two quote-unquote houses. Like, it was one building, two spaces. And then as I started building up here and I sort of saw, okay, I need to fill this gap because this is more of an alleyway section than an actual path. Like, it's just a weird meeting of spare space. So I decided, okay, chuck stairs here, make this the house in this section, and then the underneath can be nothing. And I will explain the color coding for no reason. I don't know why I care about the doors being closed. So because this guy's balcony view is like straight out onto the water, this roof can't be too high. It's the little details, you know. Otherwise, the property value is fucked. Nobody would buy this like little upstairs one room thing for not the view. You know what I mean? Behind it, another top tier building. This is my favorite section. That's why we're actually stopping here. Whereas the other side was like, well, there was a color palette. This building is peak and looks awesome with the shaders. I'm using Rethinking Voxels shaders, by the way. Rethinking Voxels is the best shaders. It is the best ray tracing on Java. You cannot, there's no other opinions. It's the best. Look at the fucking light rays. It's ridiculous. Like, complementary unbound is what I'm using when I'm actually building, but for the sake of things looking ridiculous, I cannot hit 60 FPS right now. And it's one light ray. It's ridiculous. It's just unfair, but also it makes everything look so dark. Every place that isn't lit yet is just so dark. If the sun doesn't hit the windows, there's actually no light because it's ray traced. It can't just come from nowhere. And up here is a candle that's also doing nothing. Complementary. This is like the world's go-to shaders. This is quite nice. It just doesn't hit the same with the light. It does with the lantern. Candles just aren't significant enough of a light source for shaders to do much with. But, you know, outdoors it's just as good. It's less global illumination and actual ray tracing, but like, who asked? It looks so good. And then we have my favorite building here. Once I unlocked the idea of this, I was like, okay, so this whole this was a space, this was a room, cut it out, gone, not there anymore. This is then stairs up to these dingy fucking little motel type rooms you can stay in. They share the one balcony, which is fine. They got the view of the location. Not bad. It's called a forest chai, damn. We got dingy room number 1. This one nearly came with a bed, but I'm poor. I am not an interior god. I do need to get an interior god. This is on a server, by the way. I forgot that's kind of an important part of the... No, I'm not going to get the IP right now. Because I realized making the IP public is a very brave choice before I set up, like, consistent automatic backups. But yeah, I'm not an interior god most of the time. I just kind of had to put lighting in each one. And then I could count it as, at least you don't walk into the depths of hell. We got the only dark space here with the least interior because I want to actually do it with the deep slate. Jesus Christ. Another dead one here. What the fuck? And I color-coded this as the interior being done? Okay, Jai. Nice. We got this guy's back area. We'll head through the front. This is where we started. I like this space. This is my favorite so far. It actually feels like, oh, I would like this as my Minecraft house. If I pulled up and somebody said, all right, you live here now. Cool. Very nice. I also like that it's just nothing about this is symmetrical. This was the leftover space. So this originally cut like here, and these are the stairs out the front. So that was its own space. And then this was a tiny space. And then this was stuck in the center. That's why there's 2 doors. I just ended up expanding the leftover space and connecting as many rooms as I can, and kind of using the fact that it's all built with the outline of it is a block out. So between most of the spaces, there's a whole empty block in between that I can use to make these more like depth walls that take advantage of the depth. Yeah. Like this one. I like this one. This one nice. I like this little spot. Hella nice. See, every first idea really does start on the other side. Unfortunately, the only one... Oh, no, there's 2. Okay. The interior blueprint came from this house here, which is basically my most finished house currently. Like, I could just add all of the little designs and details and make this the first completed building, but that's long. This is Richie Rich, has the main road run straight into his front shit. Whereas the less flashy rich people, they got the nice, back entry. There's not really another way to get here. You can cut through the park and bro's front yard if you want, but even that is like through this bit, and this is like that weird like alleyway sort of section that's barely a fucking road. Instead, you're expected to go all the way around for some reason. Love the way that this just leads off into the forest, by the way. Well done, Jai. But this guy got the whole front yard. Give it some water and stuff at some point. This is the interior blueprint for now. I like this. I'm not sure about this floor. That might be the only problem. But lighting wise, we got the candle. We got with the flowers are in. This section very nice. Backlit by the painting. Fuck. I'm not good at floors, bro. I don't understand what people do with floors. I understand that, like, it'd look cooler if it was a bunch of blocks and it was, it makes more sense. I want to texture a lot of the surfaces in the build, and it kind of makes sense to do the floors more so because people are walking on them. Yeah, this is a very nice building, just kind of first one done. So I did all of these darker roofs when I was working on the color palette the first time. Oh, there's also the skyscrapers. They're not skyscrapers, they're not that big, but they're here because they're furthest from the water. And I was like, okay, so no one would want their view blocked by skyscrapers of the water. Not that most people can see the water, but the water's there. So it made more sense to have that be very low, and these people on this hill really prioritize the view, and so it moves upward with that. And then in the further distance, you can get the awesome shots of the skyscrapers just kind of being in the town. Like, you're just around town, and bah, I like that I managed to get streets that can feel very tight. Like this feels tight and cozy, This feels like you're in a place. It's fucking bustling, it's dense, people live here, it's happening. And then there's these. And it's a lot less personal and gritty. It's just fuck. The original outlines are smaller, but I swear I built these squares with the intention of them being tall. They were always going to be tall. Nobody come for me about the taller buildings ruining the fucking small town aesthetic, okay? Because it was already in the plan. It was already happening. Where do you think the people work that sell the fucking wheat, okay? Speaking of the wheat, I never finished tilling the rest of the grass because I kind of world edited it, as you can tell by the strange shapes. That's okay though. This is eventually going to be just a massive wheat farm because the thought is, what do all these people eat? They grow some pumpkins. Okay. What else do they eat? They got the animals, but it's more of like there just happens to be animals in their quote unquote central park. They should be dogs. I'm so stupid. I'm actually dumb. So I built this fucking central section. I was like, okay, so I need to fill this last plot of land that's outlined by those paths. And I kind of like the idea of it just being an empty park in the middle of the city, because not only do cities have parks, but I didn't actually want to build them all. I was sick of outlining buildings, bro. I wanted to move on. So I put the fence around it to kind of give it a vibe and a place. And I was like, okay, the fence logistically makes sense because off-leash dog parks exist. Parks with fences exist. Because it was weird to just have it be a fully empty space, which now that I'm looking at it surrounded by buildings would be fine. But I put animals in it as if they're farming the animals. But it's a whole town. Like, this is a suburb, bro. Why did it... It could have just been dogs. Dogs are available in my... I could have just put off-leash dogs. Okay, well, we'll get to that. So I just added the color coding system. Why am I leaning back, bro? I started talking so hard I leant back. Lent? Lent. Is lent a word? I leant back? No, I leaned back. Wow. That doesn't even make sense. Like, sent, send, not sent, seened. Like, no, bro. Leaned, lent, lentil, leaned, beaned, bent. Sorry. So the color coding system currently, yes, it couldn't be RGB or definitely not red, white, and blue. Why did I think of red, white, and blue, KMS? The exterior is done, which is the blue. A lot of them are missing that just because there's a hole in the roof that I haven't filled. We have the interior done, and by that, as you know, it's just I've placed a light and maybe a shelf and maybe a table. Except that one house we started in that's like actually... That wasn't even the starting house, different house. Why did I hate the grapefruit technique? And then we got the green for decor, which is literally none of them because that includes outside. So everything needs like plants out here and maybe it should be, some of them should be overgrown and it needs lights on the outside and what else is on a Minecraft house? Window sills and shutters and you know what I mean? Like all of that shit that I actually don't want to do until the entire town is here and I can look at it and be like, okay, there's a town here, let's cook. Because I'm trying to do it in a way that disincentivizes me from giving up. Like, this is all really cool. If there wasn't all of this, all of these leftover outlines, then I would stop here and be like, yeah, I made something cool. So there we go. I have some buildings that I really like, but that's not the point. So the fact that I just went hard on the outlining before anything, and like, I want to add more on this side. It could go down to, oh, I'm having visions. Okay. That's for the future. So that's the general tour. There's not a name for the town or for the world or anything. The current name of the world is like Botanicatitis or some shit. What is it? Biotatitis. You'll see it. It's very silly. This does not look good. Prime, you might have taken an L on the smooth sandstone. I think you took an L, Prime. That's not it. That's not it, bro. It's not smooth anymore. It's almost like trypophobic. That's not it. L Prime, sorry. The current most glaring issue is that all of the roofs I've done are the same color. So we're gonna add some roofs of different colors. I think these are all deep slate, right? Deep slate tile, yeah. The tile works the best because it actually looks like tile. I think wooden roofs on stone houses make no sense. So that's gonna be illegal. That's not allowed. Dark wooden roofs or light wooden roofs? Like, it's missing spruce, you know? Like, there's something so dark mode about this suburb, which is fine. I live in Melbourne. It is dark mode everywhere. It's difficult because when I start mismatching roofs, like, should an entire building... Okay, if this is one building owned by one developer, one person, right? First of all, why do these people have different walls? I'm going to call that personal taste because, again, there's always a freak. You can pull up and call your landlord and be like, fam, I'm literally rebuilding the building. Hold that. You know what I mean? So that's whatever. But should they all have the same roof? Would a developer let you change the roof? Why would you have a different roof to everybody else in the building? I have a vision for this one all of a sudden, though. Could I make this like a rectangle and then make this kind of one single slope upward? A la? No, I thought it was over here. I actually am tripping. Do I not know how my own town works? Oh, it's the roof right next to it. Okay, a la this one that just kind of goes straight up and connects onto another roof. What if this goes straight up and connects onto this bigger L-shaped roof? Yes? Yes, I think so. Okay, what is the roof material for this? I think going the tough bricks is pretty interesting. Just doing like the reverse and then having this one be... I kind of want it to be brick. Like in my mind, it's the normal brick. But that's kind of dangerous to end up with more brick in an area that has brick. Because the bricks are... They have to be an accent thing because they're fugly. I think I'm going to go the tough bricks this time. Oh, that's very dark though, to be honest. I might want to go the stone brick, but that's very light. Andesite. It's andesite. It's a polished andesite. No, it's just normal andesite, I think. I think it's this. Or is that lighter? Am I on crack? It is lighter. I am on crack. Okay, sorry. It's stone brick. Oh, fuck. And then I'll replace near it to mossify it, right? Although this is also kind of a separate... Like, two of them are lower, but at the same time. That's what makes things unique. So let's do it that way. Let's run this. Okay, now we have a whole different beast. Ooh. Okay, what if I... Okay, let's get crazy. Let's be stupid. Let's be silly. I'm gonna just be silly. Oh, this could hit. I've got the vision. I think I've got the vision. If I can do this, I'm just gonna... This is going to be like... Okay, I need to stop using primes because now the textures don't match. And it killed the music. Okay, if this can be like 3-4 different colors of roof, then we're kind of cooking. I'm thinking we put this one going long ways, like encapsulating that area, and then we match the rest around it. This is running me back to my architectural childhood. I was not an architect as a child, obviously. I mean, like, I was big on architecture. That's why I was running Minecraft so much. I could have been an architect. He says like he's not 21 and could not go be an architect. Bro, chill, damn. I think that would be the most fire YouTuber career switch yet. Like, if I... Not that I'm, you know, gonna blow up on YouTube first, because I can't be bothered. Like, if anything's getting me, like, quote-unquote fame, like, creative success, it's my music, because I'm actually ridiculous at that. Or like a film. It could be the film. I feel like my script work is very derivative, though, currently. Like, you read my shit and you're like, okay, so he watches every Christopher Nolan movie that dropped in his lifetime, huh? Which I realize kind of sounds like some you know, film bro shit to be doing. Like, oh, no, like, it's giving AI tech bro, and I don't know how or why. I don't mean like that. Like, it's still gay Nolan. Like, it's... I'm not writing, you know, straight men talk for 2 hours. It's derivative because I'm writing Interstellar, not because I'm writing Oppenheimer. You know what I mean? Yeah, see, I like the vision, and then I think the rest of them kind of just conform around that. Okay? Watch. Okay, I really see this as brick. Unfortunately, I think it's gonna have to be brick. Or granite? Granite exists. I used to call it granite. Great times. No, fuck no. I called it granite because the first time I had ever read the word... or seen the word, anything to do with the word granite, the first time that I ever participated in the viewing of the word was when Minecraft added granite. That's how long I've been playing Minecraft. I was an actual child, and the first time I heard of granite, it was when Minecraft added it. See, this works for me. I don't know why. It's not nice. So I called it granite because I just read it like that. I just read it like that. Andesite, diorite. I could find out that I'm saying either of those wrong. If it's diorite, I'm gone. I'm actually finished. Is it one more up, or am I just flattening it from here? Or is it, wait. Is this like an overhang and there's a second building? Because the in between, it's not a path, it's an alley. It can have a staircase up. There can be another building. Okay, wait. Do I want this flattened to there, or is it like that? That's nice. I like the subtlety. No, I don't. It's not nice. I'm moving on from that idea. That's not the one. It needs one more. It's just, it didn't feel committed enough to the bricks to just have a little bit. Like, it really needs to feel like there's bricks happening. The only plugin on this whole server is World Edit, so it actually runs weirdly nice. It is Australian hosted. I feel like on one hand that's obvious, and on the other hand, nobody cares. And on my third secret hand, it's a disappointment to maybe at least one person on planet Earth. Imagine getting 300 ping on the free server. Who would dare? See, now is that too much brick? Is that too much commitment to the brickman? I like it though. Am I just gonna flatten it into the other thing? Okay, let's see what we can do. There's no other option. Things just have to work. And by there's no other option, I mean I literally could have done any other idea, but I want to make this work. I just want to see it. My daughter looked just like Sia. You can't see her. There's also chimneys. Forgot about that when I was mentioning decor. Decor. That was... That was a Lucifer impression. You never thought you'd see me fail at a Lucifer impression, huh? I realize if you don't know me or haven't seen Lucifer, that doesn't make sense. I'm him. I've got a vision, but I don't like it. There's not another building to be added. But I like it as a small building. This was the first, like, dense, multi-roomed building I made. So it's a fucked up shape. But I just kind of want it all to work, you know? I can't... Okay. This can't be blackstone because then it's a dick shape. So that's what I know about that. This is stone brick. Next to that stone brick, that sucks. Dies? No, maybe it's tough. Maybe this one's tough. Because I don't mind, quote-unquote, overusing the tough bricks. Because tough is, like... That was fucking crazy. Tough is the primary stone of the town. Where do they get it all? Shut up. Where do they get the blackstone? They don't have a nether portal. You can't go to the nether because it's on a fucking server and I don't want to have to recompile the world later. So, where'd they get the blackstone? Exactly. This is not a lore-based, he says, while justifying everything he said so far with the lore. Only some things are lore-based. I'm picking and choosing. I like that. I think I want to continue that upward and run the rest of this like this. Does that run as an overhang? No, it doesn't. And do I like that doesn't run as an overhang? It annoys me. I know. No, it's that. You know what I should decide about that? Is that it doesn't matter. That being uneven, that's called texture. That's called detail. This one block is so annoying, but otherwise the whole build just does not. But from the top, that's... But that was worse. Okay, so let's try this. It's just flat. Yeah, sure. Now, do I want this to overhang? I think it's cool if it does. But how tall is the roof? Is it the same size as the other one? Like, do we just go consistency? I think so. And we run it to... Okay, fuck off. And we run it to the edge of the brick. And then we do this. Okay, this is when we find out if the bricks were the wrong number. The bricks were not the wrong number. I like this building. That's a bit spastic, like out of place. Like, why is one of them that color? I like it. What am I going to do with this one? No idea. continue the bricks around on one side. That's so evil. Don't do that. Okay, I think this has to be blackstone. And it just has to line up. I'm gonna put this here, and then that's what that connects into. So it has to be whatever height that is. That's how I'm gonna book that. Book it? Okay. Brain broken, but, and then get the fuck out. This is building such interesting shapes for me, bro. Is that the height? Well, I want this to kind of hard cut is the problem. Oh, this looks nice, except the brick, but it's supposed to be like that. The bricks should hurt. Problematically, how the fuck am I gonna make this connection happen? It's gonna have to wrap, that sucks. Hello? Okay. Freak ass building. That's actually big. I'm very pleased with this. Oh, that overhang's kind of bunk, but whatever. Like, should it curve? Should this go around? It actually does add depth, first of all. And looks exactly the same. Okay, back we go. That's a fucking crazy shape. Is that what is that what it was? That's so stupid. Okay, cool. Some of these are labeled long home. Is that a long home? That's pretty long. That's pretty long. That could be a long home. A long home. Lots of shops. This is a very shoppy area, apparently. I don't know that I'm gonna be making them shops. Like, although those are all very housey so far, but I've also done the most housey buildings as opposed to this. But imagine being the one home in the middle of like a shop thing. This is a whole complex of shops. I feel that vision. What I do like is that this place is only accessible from the alley. So it can be, you know, this is your drug den. What's the off door doing? Shut up. Anyway, this is my little place. This my place. Come join. Come help. Comment if you want the IP. Come.